Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's nightcap is all about steam engines, basically all about crankshafts. I've done a lot of work this week on the crankshaft for the steam engine, so I've got some shrink fits, some machining, forge chuck work, machining to find tolerances, measuring bores, measuring outside diameters, like I say, all crankshaft stuff.
Hi everybody, as you know I'm Deb, John's wife. I hope you're all doing well, and once again it's a free draw and it is for a depth gauge, whoops, I'll just break it, and two cutters, that one and this one in the body box. Put them back on there. Oh, you bugger, that's sharp. And the winner is, whoops, 3 million of them. Whoops. Oh, Gaz Oct. Oh, no problem. John will decipher that one for us.
Thanks for that, Deb. I'll get those items in the post this week. I'm going to do another draw this week. This week's draw is going to be for another DTI. This time it's a Batty Imperial DTI. 0 to 100,000. A nice one, nice and clean, accurate. Bob's had it apart, cleaned it and done his magic. It works very nice. If you want a chance of winning this DTI, all you have to do is send me an email with your name. That's my email address up there. All I need is your name. Your name goes into the bucket. It's drawn out by me, Debsy, one of the kids, or Stig. If your name's drawn out, I'll post it off anywhere in the world completely free of charge. I mean, people are actually sending me things in now to give away, which I think is fantastic. Instead of having a draw full of DTI gauges, give them away to people who haven't got them. Anyway, if you want to partake, just email me and that's all you have to do. There's a couple of packages turned up at work this week with some of your mail in. I'll get a shot of those. One or two interesting and very useful items. This turned up at work last week. It's a Mitutoyo micrometer box set. I did say I was going to make a box, and a lad called Tom Jones said he had a one, he wanted an auction, but I liked it was a little bit tatty. Well, it is a little bit tatty, but it's certainly repairable. A new lid and some varnished, it'll be splendid. And inside, they're my micrometers. That's the micrometer set I got off my friend Stan. So I've got a nice box to keep me measuring mics in. Easy, accessible, nice and safe and clean in there, instead of having a drawer full of different boxes with micrometers in. Oh, now's another one for me Imperial mics. And I am doing more and more work in metric now, because when I've got a metric lathe, it's I'm starting to do more and more metric. So Tom, thanks very much. I'll get this refurbished and put it to good use. This package turned up from a lad called Francis Gallagher. Francis has got a company that makes bespoke wheelchairs, modifies wheelchairs and makes specialised wheelchairs. Inside he has a nice slitting saw, slitting blade, nice fine one. Nice horizontal milling cutter. Another horizontal milling cutter. And yet another one. These are all brand new. If you're wondering what happened to the horizontal mill, it's actually in Nick's shop. We moved out there because I just couldn't get moved in here. I've still got a DRO to fit to it. I'll still be using it, still doing work on it. But at the minute it's in Nick's shop because he's got a lot more room than me. One other thing that he has sent us is two tool tips. These are specifically designed for cutting aluminium. A close-up shot of them. There's one interesting feature on them, and that you can use the 3 sides on there, then you turn it over and you've got 3 more sides, so you can actually use all 6 points of the tip. Designed for aluminium. I do quite a lot of aluminium, so I've got a whole lot of it'll go into. Be interesting to see what sort of results I get with them. Anyway, Francis, thanks very much. It's all much appreciated. Right, I'm ready to split these now. I'm just going to mill across that face, which will mill through the welds and also square the ends of the blocks up. But I'm sitting on 2 parallels. I've already done the other side. I took 20 thou off it, so I'll be taking 20 thou off this side as well. Just touch it off, which is there. Zero. 20 thou. Decent finish on there as well. So now hopefully it should come apart quite easily. Just going to take the nasty rags off. Right, I'm going to put a mark on each one just so I get them back together the same way. Just a little letter here with the point of the ear pointing towards each other, just like that. Right, now hopefully these should come apart quite easily. The welds be machined most of the way through, if not all the way through. There you go. Just derag these edges as well. That's better. The original idea was to turn down this silver steel to be a 5 thou shrink fit in there, and then drill and pin it to hold it into place. There's one or two lads, quite a few lads actually, who know a bit more about steam engines than me, have said that that shrink fit wouldn't be enough. I mean, that's actually 16mm there, and that goes down to 14mm to get enough room inside the crankcase to get them all in. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to make a crankshaft out of 316 stainless, just because I've got some 316 stainless. I'm going to turn that down to be a shrink fit in there once again, and I'm going to weld it in. I've actually already done one side, so that's been shrunk into there, 5 thou interference shrink fit. It was V'd out and welded in with a TIG with a dissimilar rod. I put it in the lathe, it's running nice and true, and I've skimmed it off. It's also got a centre in there. So when I do the other half of the crank, so that's going to be like that, it means that I can put it between centres on those two ends, and I can machine that, turn it around, machine the other one, and basically treat it as a forging, except I won't have to machine the big end because that will already be machined to size and welded in. When I welded this in, there was no distortion. I put it in the lathe, ran it open, it was running, I clocked it on the centre there, and it was running dead through all the way across. So I'm quite happy and confident that I can weld that one in, shrink the pin in, and then, as I say, mount between centres, turn that side down, turn it over, and machine it that way. Unfortunately, when I did this one, I don't quite know what happened, but the memory card decided not to play, so I've lost a bit of video with the prep work and the welding of that. But it's not a problem because I can video this. So the first thing to do is set this up running dead true. Face it, centre drill it, machine it down to give it a 5 thou interference fit in there. Or 0.1, I think it's 0.103 of a mil. Anyway, that's the plan so far. You can see what sort of prep I've done there, big countersink, and I put a nice taper on the end, so it really has got a good hole in there now. That's never ever going to move. It's also a drill through there, it'll be drilled down through here, so it picks up oil from the main bearing, it'll run through the crank, that'll be drilled up there into the big end. Right, I've got it running within 25 thou just by lining up these marks on the chuck jaws. That's what they're for, those circles on there to make it look pretty. You can find a reference point on each jaw, put it in the same place, and that's going to get you running somewhere near. We'll turn it around, find the high point, which is there, so it means it wants to go across that way a little bit. So we'll loosen that one slightly, tighten that one. It's getting better. High point again, basically that one, so it wants to go across there a bit. High point again, which is that one. We'll have to loosen this slightly. Well, we're getting somewhere near now. That's the high one there again. Right, we'll settle for that. Pretty slight pip on the end of there. Tool wants to come up very, very slightly. take nice big heavy cuts when you're roughing out, you get nice broken chips instead of horrible stringy bastard things that try and cut you to ribbons. Right, this is now at 25mm. We want 24.13. I take half a mil of it, quarter of a mil aside, and then we'll measure it again. Just creep it on the size, nice and accurately. Easy to get a good finish on stainless. The only trouble is you get these horrible nasty stringy chips. Right, so we're now at 24.5.54. Just going to have a little look with the imperial make, as I call it myself. Right, that's actually 6 though, which is exactly what I want. So the metric make, it'd be .13. Right, so that's 0.13 bigger than the hole, or 6 thou bigger than the hole, which is basically what I wanted. I'm just going to make sure I get right into this corner here, so I've got a nice flat face to drop it into, and then put a chamfer on there. Decent countersink so I can get a good decent chamfer so I can get a good weld on it. Right, we'll turn it round. Just centre drill the other end. You've always got to bear in mind that a centre drill, you've only got one ambition in life, and that's to snap off in the hole, which to do very regularly if you aren't careful, and then to be a bastard to get out. Put a chamfer on the end to take the rag off so it doesn't cut my hands when I'm working on it. Right, so that's the bar centred at both ends. One end's machined down to be a shrink fit into the crank web, which will be tomorrow night's job. Shrink it in, weld it up. Right, I'm just going to put a countersink in there, just a weld prep, just to give the weld something to bite into. I found with this cutter, once it starts cutting, you haven't got to stop, otherwise centralise it. As long as it's cutting. Okay, so once that's pressed through there, and I've got a big area of weld, that is going nowhere. Plus it's also already a 6/0 shrink fit into there, which is quite tight. It's actually starting to look a little bit like a crankshaft now.